Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel, Duo Mafia here, and today's going to be a quick update video, and today's video, what it's going to be about is actually the draft picks that the Jacksonville Jaguars actually own for the 2022 NFL Draft. So of course they own the #1 overall pick, and to list off all of the picks that they have, they also have the 33rd overall pick, the 65th overall pick, the 70th overall pick, the 103rd overall pick, the 155th overall pick, the 180th overall pick, the 188th overall pick, the 198th overall pick, the 199th overall pick, the 219th overall pick, and the 232nd overall pick. So altogether they have 11 draft picks in this draft, and I actually expect the Jaguars to be extremely active on draft day. And a lot of these picks are impressive to me because you really look at it and you realize in the top 103 picks of this draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to have 5 selections, and they could really realistically get more, because if you look at all these later picks, say they move the 188th, the 198th, and 180th pick for a pick in the 90s. I mean, that's good value to me, because you're getting another top 100 talent in the draft, and you're already using all these picks that you have such a large amount of, and I mean, it's just common sense to me, honestly, that you'd use those picks to either move up, or, I mean, we can use these picks to fill out the roster and save cap space. There's a lot of positive things that you can do with this many draft picks. And I think the Jaguars are honestly way above the competition in when it comes to draft capital in this draft. I think they have the most, and I don't think it's really close. Maybe the Eagles, because they have 3 first-round picks. But if you really come into account all the late picks that the Jacksonville Jaguars have on top of having the #1 overall pick, this is a really solid draft class for the Jaguars if they can hit some of these picks. And my favorite part about this is, look at it this way. If the Jacksonville Jaguars only hit half of their picks, they still are getting 5 or even 6 solid players out of this draft class. And the most important picks to me are going to be 33, 65, and 70. It's very clear to me those are going to be the most important picks. Of course, the #1 overall pick, whether it is Evan Neal, Kayvon Thibodeaux, or Aiden Hutchinson, that's going to be a very important pick too. But to me, the most important picks are definitely those middle rounds with the 33, or you can get a first-round talent that falls at 65. Same thing, you can get a second-round talent that falls at 70. You get a top of the third-round talent who it could even still be as somebody who fell. Whatever reason they fall for, it could still be that. And then you also have 103, 155. I mean, these are still solid picks. Are they top 50 picks? Are they like top of the draft board picks? Maybe not. But if you find a small school guy that, I mean, look at the Patriots. They found Kyle Duggar, and they took him, I believe, the 3rd round. I mean, he's a starting safety for them. He was D2. He went D2. I mean, just because they don't go to a top-class school, and they're not going to Georgia or Alabama or Ohio State or one of these type of schools, does not mean they're not going to succeed in the NFL. You can still find these small school guys and help develop them and turn them into NFL starters. I mean, the Jacksonville Jaguars are in a very good spot, because people also have to remember they also have, I think, $75 million in cap space this upcoming offseason, which is 3rd most in the league behind the Dolphins and somebody else. I don't remember who number 2 is off the top of my head. But the point I'm trying to make is they have a lot of draft capital, they have a lot of free agent space coming, and they really don't have too many free agents outside of DJ Chark. I mean, Laquan Treadwell was also a free agent, but he was a 1-year deal. I mean, they don't have any big key names to really re-sign just yet. Now, of course, they could extend players like Josh Allen. They could extend certain players who they want to keep long-term. But if you really look at this team, it's in a very good position, and you can expect good things to come in the near future. All the Jaguars have to do is find a solid head coach and really just honestly not overthink this offseason. If they don't overthink this offseason and they actually do it the right way, spend the money smartly, get solid players, and then draft. No, don't try to overthink the draft either. Just draft the guys that you know are going to be contributors at this point. We don't need to try to overthink it, draft somebody who needs 3 years of development and then lands up being a bust. We don't need that. Just draft somebody who you know is going to contribute to this team, and let the stars of this team, and Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, and others, and even Tyson Campbell's an emerging star in my honest opinion, let these guys do what they do and give them a real supporting cast around them so that they can make this into a solid team. And without further ado, just want to make this short and sweet today. I'm going to wrap up this video, guys. So if you do enjoy this, leave a like. If you are new, make sure to subscribe. And as always, peace out, Duval.